Are you curious about what a colorist of less than 1 month has in their art supply bag, so to speak? Have you ever wondered what an artist would purchase if they took up coloring? Either of these are of interest to you, you are in the right place. I'm Tara. Welcome to Tara Tripoli Arts. For nearly 3 decades, I have painted portraits of animals, wildlife, landscapes, predominantly in oil. And recently, as in less than 30 days ago, I bought my first coloring book October 30th, and it came in the mail on November 4th. My very first time ever. I never colored as a child. I didn't even know that this was a thing for adults until just a few months ago. And I dove headfirst into the world of adult coloring. I absolutely love it. So I thought today we would take a peek inside my artist studio. You might be wondering, if we're going to get a peek inside of your studio, why are we in your kitchen? Friends, the struggle bus is real. I have been in home renovation mode for so long now, and this is the best spot for me to show the massive haul that I have in front of me. And friends, this is only what is here right now, not what's en route from Amazon as we speak. This also does not include any of my supplies I already have, which is boxes and boxes and bins. I could fill this kitchen with my art supplies and brushes and paints and palettes and books and you name it. That is not what is in this haul. This is all of the things I purchased when I began adult coloring. Also, I feel I need to state, if looking at excessive art supplies would be triggering for you, either causing you any kind of emotional duress or triggering you to go buy a bunch of supplies that you're going to blame me for, please skip this video. But if you really want to know, what did I buy? Because it's, I'm going to show you in a second, it is extensive and I'm not done. I am on a mission, friends, to unlock the creativity within me as a colorist, because I'm 51 years old and only just discovered this amazing art, and I am all in. Who's with me? If you love videos like this, if you love flip throughs, art tutorials, and just somebody with no BS, real, not trying to pretend I'm anybody that I'm not, you will always get my honest opinion, and you will see me screw up. Even though I've been doing art for so long, you're going to see mistakes. You're going to see how I handle them. If that's your jam, consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up and let me show you everything we have to go through today, because it is extensive. Oh, and I don't know if there's going to be a method to the madness because there's so many things. I'm going to try to categorize them, but it may or may not happen, friends. It may or may not happen. So let me show you what we're working with. Okay, don't mind my, see, you can catch a little glimpse out my window of the dumpster because of everything I've been going through. So I've got my tripod set up over there. I've got my light, and friends, I'm going to stand up on this chair because that's the only way you're going to be able to see everything. This is what I'm working with here, and oh my goodness, it has been a whirlwind for the past month. It has been a whirlwind. We're going to have a lot of fun. You want to know my thoughts on these? Are they worth it? Is this something you might want to consider? Would I pass on any of these things? Let's get into it. So I thought we would start with what I started with. This may or may not go in order also, because I've got a lot of things and we're going to be here all day if I stress out over this. So one of the first things I bought as a new colorist is, and I'm going to be switching between the top down and you and I talking. One of the first things I bought are these colored pencils. Or they came in something else, but I threw it away. This is a 72 set of Color colored pencils. These are a wax-based pencil. If you saw some of my other videos, then you'll know I got started in adult coloring because months ago, I actually created books of my own. So I have their combination word search coloring books. I am in the process of creating a dedicated coloring book. There's a lot of work and I got a lot of coloring to do at the same time. So I got started creating my own illustrations. And so I have colored pencils. I have lots of sets. I don't know where they are because of the home renovation. I'm literally living out of a suitcase for over a year. I don't know where they are. So that's why I purchased these. They're very inexpensive from Amazon. And you can see nice range of colors. I would say that these are decent. They're not the best quality, but if I'm being honest, I haven't really given them a fair share. I haven't used them a lot. I was bringing these colored pencils to restaurants because my husband and I love to go to restaurants with our word search books and color. Well, he's not coloring yet. So that's how this journey started. So this was the first set of colored pencils that I bought as a new colorist. So would I buy these again? No. They didn't come in this cute little bag. Oh, by the way, everything I have, if I thought of it and if it's available, is linked in my Amazon storefront, which is linked below. I am an affiliate. Anything you would purchase through my link, I do get some small amount of money, which helps to support the channel, helps me to keep creating content for you. You're not charged anything extra. You can use my links or not use my links if you don't like me, whatever. The choice is yours. I love this bag. It's super convenient to travel with, especially to restaurants. Would I buy these colored pencils again? No, I wouldn't. The 72 set is frankly not enough colors. I would probably at this point purchase the 500 and is it a 520 or 540? I would buy that set if I was going to start over, or not buy them at all and just go straight for some of the other sets you're going to see here in a minute. That's what I would do at this point because this is just not enough. Now I have this dedicated to when I'm going to restaurants, and my 9-year-old grandson, I also have him use these. No one is going to touch my Prismacolors or my polychromos or lots of my other art supplies. I'm very particular about that, but these are something we can share. So this is the first thing. So this is another bag. These pencils did not come in here. And actually, this is the set that I bought, the Ohuhu 72 oil-based colored pencils. And these are wonderful. These nice range of colors. Kind of similar to the Color. I purchased these because I was an oil painter and I wasn't liking what was happening with those pencils, but I wasn't really trying. I wasn't blending to the best that I could do now. I didn't know coloring was a thing. And I'm a paint with paint instead of pencil, but that's all changing now, friends. It's completely changing and I'm hooked. So I really haven't given these a fair share. They are beautifully pigmented, oil-based pencil. And I really do want to give these a try because oil-based pencils are now my favorite. I love the polychromos pencils. And of course, there's a lot more of those. But these, I do want to give them maybe a comparison, like a head-to-head showdown in one illustration on a page. What do you guys think about that? Would you like to see me draw one half with the Ohuhu and one half with the Faber-Castell polychromos? And we can compare them in a head-to-head not duo, in a head-to-head battle. That's the word I was thinking of. If you would like to see that, drop me a comment and I will make sure it happens. Would I buy these still? I would. I don't remember what I paid for them, but it was significantly less than the polychromos. And I've heard really great things about this. So I do want to use them more. I do. I want to use them more. I've seen some beautiful artwork with it. So that's my thoughts on that. Oh boy, friends, do you have a beverage handy? I might need an actual drink like wine. Again, I'm not responsible for anything that you do. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention, I'm not showing you any of my coloring books because this video will be like 10 hours long. I'm planning a whole other video for that because I have books coming today. One of them is from France. And also books coming the next couple of days and I think next week. So I might want to wait for that. And I'm probably going to buy another book today. And I should stop buying books, but I'm not because I'm hooked. So the next thing that I purchased in terms of pencils is the Faber-Castell. I absolutely love them. By the way, the tin that they came in is spectacular. It's very nice. The trays come out. They were laid in here very nice. But I am a bag sort of girl. So I got this bag. I do have some pencils I'm purposefully having to the side because I'm working on something. So I'm going to just leave those where they are. How cute is this bag? These little cats. I don't have cats. I'm actually allergic to cats, but I love cats. And so this is actually two purchases. One is the pencils and one is the bag. So I have so many things in the way. Let's make sure I'm still filming where I want to. Okay. These pencils are the holy grail, in my opinion, of color, vivid color. I have been able to create amazing, vivid, well, boy, I'm really, friends, you either love me or you don't. And if you don't, I'm sorry, just give me another chance. Okay, so vivid array of color. I will say, how are you guys storing your pencils? I have had such a hard time with this. And I'm going to show you what I have been working on in a minute because I've tried so many different things. I bought so many different labels. I'm kind of at a loss, but I have them arranged by color. I just like we eat with our eyes first, I color with my eyes first. So I love this case. So we're doing kind of both. It holds between 2 and 4 things, depending on what's in them. I have 3 of these bags because they're holding different things. You can put other assortment of stuff in here, but I don't. I've got it packed in pretty tight. I do have some extra spaces with this because it's the 120, but I'm good with it. I want some room. I love this. I do a lot of coloring in bed, so this case is really great for me to do that. The colors are super vivid. Polychromos by far is my, did I say that these are my favorite? They hold a really sharp point. I can sharpen them really, really sharp, which is very important because I am a person, the type of artist that really likes a lot of detail. The other thing is they're really great with layering. There's a lot of people that are not layerists. I am a layerist. My oil paintings typically had between 40 and 60 layers. 40 and 60, you heard correctly. My drawings, my coloring pages typically have around 6 to 10 layers. And now I've been doing something else coming over the top with Prismacolors, not everywhere, just a little bit, just for an extra pop. And I've really been loving it. I love layering to get depth. So if I'm going for something, let's say there's green in it, I'm usually not starting with green. Sometimes I am, but I'm doing yellow, I'm doing orange. Sometimes I'm putting blue in there or brown. And the end result, you're going to really see green, but there's so many other colors in there. And this is something I love doing with animals and with people because in my opinion, it really brings it to life when we're not just going for, I need green, so I'm going to get emerald green. Green's in there, but it's not the only thing that's in there. Does that make sense? And so I do have a hard time knowing which side and where to put them back. And I even say to myself, this one goes in the middle. And by the time I put it back, I don't remember where it went. And just like I said in the beginning, I'm usually taking out, and this is I'm being conservative. Oh, this is for the face. Yes. So these are, I'm like, what did I use these for? These are the colors I will typically pick for skin color. Why, oh, why is there earth green in there? Exactly like what I mentioned before. And there's a violet. This is actually violet. This is beautiful palette for skin, well, depending on the skin tone. And so I didn't want to forget what I was using because I also do not typically write things down. The other thing I really love about the Polychromos pencils, they are pretty true to the color that you see on the barrel. Prismacolors are not even close. Gel pens, a lot of times, are not. Markers are definitely not. But these are pretty true, not completely, but pretty true. I love that because I like to be spontaneous when I color. So I will look in here, what shade of orange do I want? And I'll grab it out and I always look at this. I don't typically test. Do as I say you should and not as I do. Not that I'm your boss. We should test because sometimes I put a color down and I don't like it, but I'm also doing layers. So if I put a little bit of a color down and I'm not thrilled with it, I'm just going to color over it, or I can erase. I don't typically erase. So that's what I think about the polychromos. Do I think that this purchase is worth it? Without a doubt, yes. I wish they had more colors. With oil paint, I can make any color with just a few colors. And when you layer, you can get somewhat of a similar effect. It's not the same. Pencils are not going to blend, not these pencils, the same way I could do with oil paint. So I wish there was about another 200 colors, which is why I really want to experiment with the Ohuhu, maybe even mixing them together, or either other brands. I was looking at, what brand was that? Stedler? Is there an oil? I feel like there is. I don't have a lot of experience with other brands. If you have a favorite brand of pencils, maybe even that are more budget friendly, because your girl is running out of money from everything I've spent so far, then I would love to know your suggestions. So Polychromos gets a thumbs up. The next set of pencils I bought were Prismacolor, and I went for the full set. Again, I hope that this is not triggering to you. I can only be me, friends. And a package of 10 or 12 is just not going to cut it for me. It's just not. Plus, I'm using the you know what out of these. I am using them. I'm using them. The box is very nice. It comes with them. Obviously, they're not in here. All of these different trays of pencils. I hate that sound. So I have decanted. I do that with my pantry stuff too. And they have come into this bag. Okay. Do I think this bag is the best bag ever? It's the best bags, this same brand, all of them are the same, that I've found so far, but it's not perfect. It's not a perfect design, but it's better than what I've tried. Because I had other supplies, but I sent them back. So Prismacolors are fabulous. These are not the Prismacolors. Friends, I know. My Prismacolors were in the green bag. I don't like the green very much. So when I got the cat bag, I took the polychromos out of the black bag, put them in the cat bag, because the cat bag's my favorite, to go with my favorite pencils. And then I moved the Prismacolors to here. So the green bag is holding my gel pens, or some of them. So we'll get to that in a little bit. I'm not going to go through all the features of the bag again, because the bag is the same. I have my Prismacolors laid out according to the rainbow, just like I like to do. There's so many amazing colors in here. I would say the color on the barrel is nothing like the color that comes out of the pencil. This one is backwards. Working with my Prismacolors is definitely more difficult because I need to look at my swatch cards for this because it doesn't look anything like it. Sometimes I will take a chance, but most of the time it's not the color that I want. And I'm not really layering Prismacolors. I'm putting this on for the finishing touches in a painting, typically. Sometimes I just do all Prismacolors, but that's not typical. Or I'm doing a layer of Neocolor 2s and then Prismacolors on top, or Tombos and Prismacolors on top. My favorite is Polychromos with Prismacolors on top, but I love it. The first set of Prismacolors I got, some of the pencils, they were missing and they didn't have any writing on it, so I did exchange that for this set. I love them. I actually, somewhere in one of my videos, I say I'm not a fan of Prismacolors, and I absolutely am now. I was not using them the way that they're intended. I was using them like layering, and it just doesn't go down the same. They blend so well. They also smear. So these are not typically something I'm doing in bed because I can't see very well and I need to really pay attention. I did stick this colored pencil blender pen in here. We're going to get into this in a minute. I've not actually tried this, but this is for wax-based pencils, so I put it in here. So that is my Prismacolor 150 set of pencils. I do wish I had more colors in this as well. I do not have the Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils. Do you guys have those? I really want them, but it's even less pencils. So I've looked at lots of other brands. I really want to get another set of pencils. Which one should I get? If you're triggered by this, please skip off. If you want to leave me a nasty comment, please don't. I'm a very sensitive gal, and you might really hurt my feelings and I'll start crying. And I already have a lot of problems, friends. So Let's go through this box first. So one of the first things that I bought as a new colorist was a bunch of washi tape and all different cute shapes and sizes. And I've only ever used this roll. I didn't actually love it. It tore my paper, but I'm not using it correctly. I never used stuff like this as an artist. Then I bought this Scotch delicate surface tape. And I like this, significantly cheaper. This tore one of my pages, but it was me. I left this on for a week and a half and then just tried to pull it off. So if you heat it up first, definitely helps. So I bought all of these washi tapes. Oh, how did this get in here? So this, this is my grandson's. I don't recommend this pencil sharpener, and we'll get to sharpeners in a minute, but it's just laying in here. So other things that I have inside of here, I have a very dirty kneaded eraser. Kneaded erasers are very important. This brush, I don't remember what this came with, but I've never used it. And I have these tabs. So I started using tabs and I bought these just at the local stationery store. And I do not like the arrow ones. They're very upsetting for me to look at them for some reason. And the other thing I noticed is that this left a film on on the fox painting. I only had it on for a day or two. And when I took it off and I put the soft pastels, you could see this still. What do you guys do about that? And maybe it's just this brand. Then I graduated recently and I bought this beautiful set. I forget how many are in here, but there's so many because I am going to be labeling like crazy, friends. And there's a method to the madness with the colors. I really like what I've seen so far with this. I haven't been able to test yet if this is going to do the same thing, leaving like the glue residue underneath as the others. But I like the way they feel, as weird as that sounds. So I definitely would recommend these more. I did get them on Amazon. I actually threw this in here. I've had this color wheel for decades, but I just threw it in here just because I love the rainbow effect. So this was not a new purchase. So this snuck in there. Sorry about that. I have Ticky Tack. I love Ticky Tack to use to hold my pages down to my counter or to hold 2 layers of paper together. So when I'm working on something with alcohol markers, it's important that I'm not going to get it all over my kitchen counter because my husband will be very upset and so will I. So I take a little bit of Ticky Tack in the corners and I press 2 cardstocks together. Frankly, it's never bled through because I'm using Nina Bristol vellum or Nina cardstock, and it goes through the other side of the paper, but it's not going through to the other paper. But I still like just having a little bit more of a cushion. So I use this to hold it down. Another great thing to use this for is to kind of use this as a kneaded eraser because it will work very well. And it's significantly cheaper, this whole thing. I love this stuff. And you could also use this to hold your pictures up, to keep them against the wall, but I'm not doing that. So that's in that box. I do have some labels. I don't recommend any of these labels because they don't actually stick very well, but I'm trying to stick it on pencils, gel pens, fabric, and it doesn't work. So I don't recommend those. I just got this last week. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep it. Let me just show you just a little bit of it. I got it predominantly for this stencil. And there's a reason, because of something I'm going to be starting next year. So I got it for this stencil. There are a lot of really cute stencils, like hot air balloon. There's these call outs. I really like those. I could see utilizing those. Different kind of fun. There's one for every month. So like for April, you got rabbits and carrots. It's pretty cute. I mean, I've never used a stencil, as weird as that sounds, but I thought, let me get them. They were reasonably priced. And there's a lot of them in here, but the one I predominantly wanted was for the books. Next up, masking fluid. I've actually not used this recently. I have used masking fluid 20 years ago. I don't really want to mask off, but I bought it just in case. because if I need it, then I want it. But my brain really likes to just wing it. But I do recommend having some just in case. This sandpaper and all of these blending tortillons came together. I am such a fan of these. I use these when I'm drawing with pencils, when I'm like doing sketches and things like that. But it's also great to blend your colored pencil work. And it's dry, so you're not putting any like liquid down. And the set was so reasonably priced. I also have used it. I've used it for my pastels also, and it works well with that too, but it's not the best for pastels, and we'll get to that. Other fun things inside of this bag. This is the set of Arteza water brushes. And I bought this set, but the one I use the most is this one. And I'll just show you. It stays tinted. Like I can't get that green off. And the tip is terrible. But I used this brush scrubbing my Neocolor 2s, and I'm good with ruining this because it's significantly less money than my sable brushes and my other watercolor brushes. So I really love a water brush to travel with also. My grandson and I love to go to the zoo with our sketchbooks, and we'll bring a few colored pencils. I actually have a few watercolor colored pencils, which I'm not going to show you because I already had them. And we'll bring those to the zoo when we're sketching. And I did have a brush, but it's not here. I have a water brush already, but it was just one thrown in our sketchbook bag. So I do love these. Then I've got these go with the foam, and you could use this to blend different things. This I was using with that oil pastel. It just didn't work very well. This is another blending tool. It's like foam. And with this, you just rub. It works like you can use makeup brushes and things like that, or sponges, things like that. But I love these. I've been using these for years. Either this came with it or something else came with to hold tiny little pencils. I haven't had to use this yet in the recent years. I've got all of this, which goes with my favorite electric eraser. This is rechargeable, and it has two different sizes, the big size and the really small size. And look at all the erasers that it came with. I absolutely love this thing. I use this thing like crazy. You can see I was using this last night. I love it. There's other brands. All my erasers that I like are this brand. I'm not sponsored by them. So let me get all of this stuff put away. Keeping with the pencil sharpeners, I started off with this pencil sharpener, and it works great. You do have to plug it in. It got great ratings. It works well with all of my colored pencils, including Prismacolors, because you can either get a sharp point, which I love for the polychromos, or not a sharp point. You don't want to do a sharp point for the Prismacolors. This works amazing, but you have to plug it in. Then I picked up the cordless one, and I haven't looked back. So if I had to choose, I would just go straight for this one. There is something to consider. This also has the adjustable, but this is what is the word I'm looking for? You don't decide when it's done. It does. You put your pencil in. Do I really not have a pencil? I do not. You put your pencil in and it spits it out when it's done. Trust the process. It has not steered me wrong, even with Prismacolor, so I really do love this. And then I bought this Tigal sharpener because I watched Sarah Renee Clark's live stream, or maybe it was a video, when she was talking about sharpeners. And I was thinking I really want something portable that I can take when I'm at the restaurant with my books. I do not like this. It has chewed up so many of my pencils. I don't really know what I'm doing wrong. Is there a trick to this that I don't know about? Or do you not like these? Like, what do you think about this? Because I would not purchase this again. It was very inexpensive, but I still wouldn't purchase it. This gets the thumbs up. This gets the thumbs down, unless there's something you know that I don't. One of the next thing I got I guess I got these at some point. I forgot to show it. This colorless blender from Color. It was really inexpensive. I haven't loved this. It's nothing like the Prismacolor colorless blender. Do you guys use colorless blenders? I know that there's like mixed feelings about it. I love my Prismacolor colorless blender, but not so much with this unless I'm just doing something wrong. It came with either 4 or 5, so my grandson's using these and I'll end up using them up, but I would pass on these if I were you. Next up is the Karen Dash palette. This is not dirty. It will not come off. What are you guys doing to clean your palettes? Because I promise you I'm cleaning this, but my pastels are staining it and your girl would love some tips. So this palette has a rough side and a smooth side. I've not used the smooth side. I have a lot of palettes. Most of them are for my watercolors where you can actually pour water inside, like they're deep. They're very nice. They're like porcelain or metal, or I also have plastic ones. I don't have anything with a rough side. I got this because of Karen at my Colorful Country Life. Karen, I think I'm tagging you in almost every video. You have been very influential. And so thank you, my friend. Although my wallet does not thank you, but I'm responsible for my purchases, not you, my friend. I love this. The size is perfect and it's awesome. It's in and out of stock, and it's also an expensive palette, but I really do like it. I have not used this with anything else like paint. This probably would be great to travel with because of the size, but for pastels, and pastels are one of my favorite medium, definitely love this. So Karen did recommend brushes, and they looked like this. Man, I really don't learn, do I? I don't learn, like they're still dirty, and then I wonder why it's smearing on my stuff. I absolutely love these 4 pastels, and you can see the set comes in such a great array of sizes. The only 3 I've used are these 3 so far, but this would be perfect for those little hard to reach places or for, the other areas. I highly recommend if you are interested in getting into soft pastels. I haven't used these with oil pastels, but I imagine it would not go well. Then these are just such a great purchase. You can use your fingers with pastels, but these are awesome. I've gotten amazing results from using these. They're very flexible. So be sure to watch one of my pastel background videos to see hacks on how I use these. But I like these with this palette together for my pastels. Then I picked up these. These are kind of similar with this synthetic kind of brush tips, and I have used this one, as you can see from the color. I haven't given these a fair shot, I guess, but the other ones are so much, like, I want to say they're so much better. Right now, I feel like they're so much better that I would save your money and not get these. Look at this really small one, and then this. This you have to go down on, and this, it's just more ergonomic. And this is also significantly softer. This is very soft too, but this just seems, when I've been using this one, I pick it up and I'm like, it's just not worth using. So for right now, the jury says, skip this and go with this. Then I picked this set up, and these are like a silicone. This is not a brush material, they're silicone. I love the color. It's a great array of sizes. These probably would work well with oil pastels, but I sent mine back because I hated that one. I'm going to pick up another type, but I just did not like that set at all. Not at all. And I really picked these up for the masking fluid. You definitely don't want to use a brush for masking fluid. And I liked, these were really inexpensive. I think I got them on, did I get them on Prime Day? I think so. They're a little bit flimsy, but I can see really getting fine detail, especially with this one. Or if you want to mask off large sets. I haven't used it, so my feeling is they would work well, and I should probably try them with my soft pastels to see what I think. So maybe the next project we'll try these. The next thing I purchased were these like synthetic but sable-like brushes, and I've only used one. The reason that I bought these brushes was because it was Prime Day and they were so like, it's like 50% off. You can never have too many of these brushes. And I have sable brushes. I have a lot of brushes. And when we do get my office studio finished, I'll do a studio tour if you'd like to see that. And you can see how I have a lot of brushes, all different mediums, dedicated brushes for each medium. Very important. I don't want to mix them. You could say any type of water-based medium versus oil-based, but I am a little bit more OCD than that. I don't want to mix my watercolor and acrylic either. So I did start using this one with the Neo Color 2s, but because of the way I use the brush with the Neo Color 2s, I just didn't want to ruin the edge on this brush. I would rather ruin the edge on my water brush, and it's not really ruining it, it's fraying it a little bit. So I'm excited to give these like a whirl in my sketchbooks or watercolor paintings, or even when I'm busting out pan watercolors, which I don't have here because I haven't bought any dedicated to coloring. I do have them already, and you'll probably see me using them. I have different sets in a future video. So for these, because of the price, and I did like this one, I'm going to say this is a great, there's the brand right there. It's a great option, especially if there's a special for Black Friday like it was for Prime Day. Okay, let's move on to my favorite soft pastels. Now, when I say favorite, I have my own pastels that I've made decades ago. I don't know where they are in my house. They're buried or they're in a Connex. I have two Connexes, which are essentially like what the back of a semi-truck is like in my yard. And maybe I'll show you a glimpse in a second, except it's kind of embarrassing. So I don't know where they are. So I went ahead and I purchased this. I was against the pastels, thinking they just don't work in coloring pages. They absolutely work in coloring pages. I love them. This is a very inexpensive brand, Arteza. You can see the colors that I use the most. It comes packaged very well. I am leaving these in the package that they came in because I'm not going to decant these. I love them. I love the way they work. I can't say enough about this. There's lots of brands out there. These were very inexpensive. If I was doing commissioned portraits like I've done before with pastels on pastel board, I would probably find my pastels or make them again. It's actually not that hard to make them. It was really fun to make them. Is that something you would ever be interested in? Learning how to do something like that? It's really fun and it's so inexpensive. When you make them yourself, the most buttery, smoothest, they blended like a dream. Could not say enough about it. If you're interested in that, let me know and we will plan that for the future. Can't do it right now, friends, because I don't have the room for it. So definitely, I recommend the Arteza if you are interested in getting into soft pastels for a reasonable price. I bought these color cubes. This is the volume 2. And I had volume 1. I purchased the volume 1 like 2 weeks or a week, something like it was within 30 days of when these came out because I couldn't wait. And they're awesome. Volume 1 was great. The color companion that came with volume 1, I love it. I still have it. It's digital for me to choose if when I'm working with my tablet. I do a lot of graphic design work and digital work for clients and for myself that then can get printed on very high quality paper and framed. And I'll show you something in a second. And I love it for that. But I got the second volume because I wanted it. Do you need this? No. You absolutely can use palettes from Pinterest or from Google. I, a lot of times, don't use a color palette. I like to paint by the way I feel with my heart, or I just have an idea and I'm looking at something and I'm like, that could use a little bit of this and that can use a little bit of that. But it's really fun to challenge yourself with using something like this. I already have a video up on the channel where I go all the way through and I show you an unboxing and show you, how, like, what these cards look like. They're very high quality. Absolutely love them. Nice and thick. Are you interested in me doing any challenge videos where we have the color cube? Let's put it on the right way, Tara. It's still not right. Where we have the color cube decide, or I do random picking. I feel like that would be really fun. I have seen Kira at A Pictured Purpose do that, and I love watching videos like that. If you'd like to see me do something like that, let me know. The digital form is now going to be through Sarah Renee Clark's website. I believe that's coming at the latest in January. I did I purchase that? I did purchase that already, but I'm probably going to pay for the pro because I want to put all of my materials on there. Do you have to do that? No. I love supporting fellow artists and entrepreneurs such as Sarah. Sarah doesn't sponsor me. I am an affiliate. I have an affiliate link below. If you want to purchase anything, that would be awesome to go through my link. But I love these. I did gift volume 1 to my son. He is a web developer. He's amazing. He's made all of my websites. He said, what a great idea to come up with color palettes. So he's been using those, and I have these, and I also just love them. Like, could you just get the color companion digitally? Yes, like through the website and not get these. I got these because they're pretty. And because I would like to, in the future, because I haven't been very good at this, I have seen Erica from Elm Colors, I'll tag you, Erica, do this, and I love it. I'm going to start doing this because sometimes I forget what my inspiration was because I have so many whips. To keep the palette with your page. So if I have the card, I can do that. So that's what I'm doing here. Of course, I could print it out and do that. I wanted the cubes. I want them behind me in my video because they're so pretty. So that is Sarah Renee Clark's color cubes. So recently, as in, well, all of this is recently, I picked up 3 sets of Sarah Renee Clark's swatch decks. I saw a live stream and I said, I want these for my new office. They are beautiful, so pretty. I didn't know how many to order, so I got 3 of them. They're actually an even better deal now than when I got them. I don't remember what it is, but before this week or Black Friday, you can get these on sale. These are just beautiful. Let me grab, what did I do with it? Let me grab something. I did take the first set apart. I saw Kira do these. Sarah said that they weren't meant to take apart, but I don't think it's going to be an issue. So I love, this is some of my gel pens that you can see. So I did draw extra lines because they come, oh, I drew lines on every single one of these. That's right. They come just, let me show you. These come like this. So I went and I put for my gel pens because I didn't want to waste a whole thing for it. So I drew it like this. And then for all of my pencils, which I haven't done yet, and markers, I drew an extra line. And my husband is a carpenter and he's amazing. And he made a jig for me. He said, if you're going to do more than 3, you want a jig. So we sacrificed a card, Sarah. It's all good. Just to make ease of what I'm doing. Make it go a little bit faster. So I was swatching everything out in a journal. I was using this journal that I got with my volume 1 of the color cubes. So I have all of my stuff swatched out. Not all of my stuff. Some of my stuff swatched out. I never did swatch out the Ohuhus. And this is great. And you could carry this around. But I really wanted something more in my hand, like something like this, that visually I can look at this like this and compare 2 brands of gel pens to which sparkle do I want. And of course, you never really see the sparkle. So I just started swatching yesterday. So I have a lot of swatching to do, but it's going to take forever. This is one and just one, but there's 4 in one of these kits. And then I have 3 of the kits. I highly recommend these. The other thing I forgot to mention is I did draw, or I did put it on the back side. The other side is blank, but you can use both sides. So this way I have all of my gel pens of one brand on one side and the other brand on the other side, so I'm not wasting space. This was an ingenious idea, I feel. Extra effort to draw the lines, but it's not a big deal, especially with my husband's jig. So I do highly recommend. This is nice boxes. They're beautiful. I can't wait to display them in my new office studio. Next up are my Tombos. I do already have a whole review on the channel, so I'm not going to review them again or go through anything. So these are water-based markers. I bought these from my local art supply store, and I'm not in love with them. It has pilled a lot of my paper, but I love the idea of using these markers. The other thing, the colors are not that accurate. I love that it comes with a case. Oh, I put this one in backwards. I have a tendency to do that, friends. Oh, I put this one in backwards too. I'll fix those later. So I don't love that. And somebody did recommend I try, I can't remember what the name of it is, another brand, and they are on my wish list. Your girl needs to stop spending money and use the supplies I have. But now, of course, I'm waiting for a Black Friday special, and I'm going to pick them up if I want. I do really like the case. So would I buy these again? I don't know. I don't know if I would buy this set. So if I bought them again, I would get the bigger set. But this was a really great value. I got it at Michael's. It was an online thing. You pick it up, and they might even be better now. I've been using these like crazy. You put them in Small Victories. I put it in Maria Troll's Fairy Tales and Folklore. Oh no, that's Emily Lederhold. I put it in her book. Did I put it in Fairy Tales? Joanna Basford's. I really love the ease of being able to use markers, especially when I'm coloring in bed or sitting on my couch and watching one of you guys with your videos. Just putting a base layer down, I love it, but you can't really blend these. I even tried in my video of this doing it on Sketchbook, and it was terrible. It was horrible. So maybe I'm doing something wrong, but I don't think so, because I haven't heard people love the way that these blend. But I do like the colors. So the jury is still out. I'm glad I have them, but I kind of wish I had the other now to try. Next up are all of my gel pens. So first, I have these grabby glitter pens. Here's what I've been doing. So I put stickers. I had to label them with my own numbers because there is no label on here. And these stickers keep peeling off. So my husband said just write on it. So I wrote on it with my Posca paint pen, and it is staying on. He suggested I use my Cricut, but that sounds so tedious, especially for things that are going to get thrown away when they're done. What do you guys do? I need to be able to know what the colors are, and I'm gonna show you why. I do like having them in this bag. I just did this yesterday. So this color is actually this. And I'm gonna show you over here. I don't know which is gonna be a better visual. This color is this. It doesn't look anything like it. I was not going to swatch these out. I'm like, who swatches gel pens and glitter pens? I'm so glad I did, because I don't think I would grab this otherwise. These are phenomenal. Why am I not using these more? They're so shiny, so sparkly. The one thing, these caps are terrible. Like, they're just hard to take on and off for me. Like, my fingers just don't seem to work. The other side of that, though, is one of them didn't have a cap on it for like a week and a half, and it did not dry out. So there's something to be said for that. These got a great rating, and they were so inexpensive on Amazon, which is why I got them. So I do actually really recommend them. I have some other stuff in this bag, like I have a charcoal pencil. These I already had. The next thing is the set of Ohuhu fine liners. This is the whole set of it. I love these because they come in all different sizes, but they do not bleed. They are permanent. They don't smear. They dry super fast. All of those extra lines I put on the swatch decks, I did these with the Ohuhu fine liner. I love these. And I have fine liners, but I already had them and I don't know where they are. I highly recommend these. I don't know if they came in something else or if I bought them separate, but I know that whatever it was a great deal. Next up, I have a different size assortment of Posca paint pens. These all came as a set, and I bought the thinnest one separately. I do really like these. I find they're not very opaque. You got to go over it a couple of times, but I really like the predictability. I have some others I'm going to show you in a second that I'm not a fan of. This size here is just absolutely perfect to do little details like the dots in the eye, or if you're a fan of white dots. I don't usually put a lot of acrylic dots on things or paint pen dots, but I do really like the way it looks. Maybe I'll start. On this side, I have, these are just so luxurious. Which brand is this? I did not swatch these out because they are the color that the cap shows. I got these for journaling, and I'm going to show you what I mean in a minute. These feel luxurious. They're really fine. I think it's 0.5, and that's my favorite size because I want it to be super thin. I love the way these pens feel. Definitely recommend those. I also picked up this brand, Sarasa Clip. And these are also 0.5. This is the vintage set. I like these colors a lot. I want to stick to journaling. That's coming next because I'm very excited to show you what I've got planned. But I'm notoriously poor at doing that. I just don't stick to it. So if I have things that are fun, I feel like I'm going to more likely to do it. And I get very inspired by color and fun new things and pens. So I definitely love these, and I have so many of them. Okay, I do have these paint markers. I've never used them, but I have them. A different array of tips. These are the kinds you have to shake. They got a great rating on Amazon and they were cheap, but I haven't used them yet. So the jury is out on that. And they came with, I believe they came with these gel pens. And I haven't used these yet either because I'm such a fan of the Posca or the Uniball, which I'll show you next. So I haven't used these either. Oh, where's the cap? This one's missing a cap. Well, that's not good. This is what I mean. I struggle, friends. So the next thing are these Pentel Sparkle Pop. I love these gel pens. And they are so sparkly. This is the set I gravitate to the most. It's probably not picking up the gold and the silver, the orange. I use that a lot. And there's something about the way the pen flows. These are the grabbies. I really love these Pentels. They're just phenomenal. I'm glad I swatched them out. They do seem pretty true to the color that's on it. So there's that. Then I've got, oh, here's the cap. I don't think I put the cap on correctly. I mentioned the colorless blender. These all came as a set. Next, I've got the set of Signo Signo, the gel pens, and it comes in silver, gold, and white. I gravitate to these the most. I love them. I don't have the Lanugo gel pens. They're on my wish list. But I love these pens. They're very predictable. I highly recommend them if you're looking for a very high quality gel pen. And then, those are still more. Okay, so these are all of my gel pens. I just lied to you, friends. I said those were all of my gel pens. I did just buy these, but I forgot I had them. And I really like the case. They got great ratings. These are supposed to be 3D gel pens. This is the swatch. I really like the swatch. They are not 3D. Nothing is sticking off of the page like I was hoping. So I do like the colors and they flow really nice, but they're flat. They are not glittery and they are not 3D. They also came, the set came with these duo markers and it doesn't work. I went over this 3-4 times with this white pen. Can you see that? It did not cover it. So I don't recommend this unless I'm using it wrong. But the actual pens, I could see using them if I don't want glitter. But usually if I'm using a pen, a gel pen, I want glitter. So I like that they came in a bag. They were inexpensive. But maybe go for the glittery ones if you're just going to get one set and use paint for this or not. Depends on what you're looking for. Let's talk about this, friends. I mentioned that I really want to be organized this year. So I was looking at all different planners and I went with Sarah Renee Clark's. Look at how big this thing is. This is the regular planner. There is a compact planner. I love this. I wanted to get the one from Amanda Colors. It was so expensive to ship it. And not only that, the length of time it would take to get here. And I wanted to get my hands on a planner right away. So this, I'm gonna do a separate flip through of this because I think it's definitely worth it. I purchased, if there is a button that says get everything, I usually get it. I got these 2 sticker packs. They actually came for free. They are super cute. These are her colorable stickers. I really, really want to get into this. I saw somebody else doing this and putting them on coloring pages, and it just looks so beautiful. So I'm a fan of florals and plants. So the 2 sets that I got are the flowers and plants. Be sure you're subscribed because you're not going to want to miss out on how I plan to be super organized in 2026. That video is coming out soon. It also came with this journal. And one of the things I love about her journals is that it has the elastic to hold hold the page in place. Good grief. And in here, I am finally keeping track of the books I own, the whips, the completed pages. I'm having so much fun with this, but I really have bigger plans. So be sure that you're stay tuned for that. This is huge, my friends, huge. You might want the compact. I'm not traveling with this. If I was, I would get the compact one. I believe that this was free. I don't think I paid for this. Friends, I have I don't know, a love-hate relationship with the Artex markers. I want to love them. I've heard such amazing things about these markers. They are beautifully boxed. There are repeats. So if you get both of these sets, you are going to get repeat colors, not just the 00, but there are repeats. So for me, I did feel the need to have both sets. I like that it has a box to store them. I might end up putting them in a bag and putting them all together because one of the complaints I have is I'm always grabbing the wrong box because it doesn't say 90A and 90B on here unless I'm just not looking. They both say saturated colors. So I don't know which one is which, and I always grab the wrong one. It came with these stickers, but I don't know where you would put these stickers because it has the number right there. When I need an acrylic marker, these are great. I have done illustrations just with these, and then I've come over the top to do little details. I do think it's important to have acrylic markers. You got to probably go over a couple of times with these. I am glad I got them. They were so inexpensive. This was a Prime Day purchase. So would I get these again? I would, but I really want to challenge myself. How can I better use them? And just to show you what they look like, they have really nice brush tips. I really do like that. They close really well. I've had no issues with flow. I don't have any, well, that's not true. I do have some that you shake, but I've not used them yet. So that is the Artex 90A and 90B set. I do feel you need both, but I am extra. So you decide which one. We're diving into alcohol marker territory, friends. I am going to show you the different sets of Ohuhu markers that I have. This is the first set that I got. I believe it's pronounced Kala. I have a hard time pronouncing things, friends. I do really like these. They just to show you. It won't focus on there because it's focusing on me. These are great. I have a hard time pulling this off. My fingers sometimes just don't work very well. So that's been a kind of a barrier for me, but these are the only chisel tips that I own. And I'll show you the other sets that I have. I do love the color choices. So that's the Kala type. And I did sort them by size and by type. This bag I absolutely love. This is another purchase. And this snaps on here, or you could take it off and this comes out. How awesome is this? You can just set this on your desk, have all of your colors. It's got extra compartments. Oh, extra erasers in here. Huh. I love this. I actually travel with this sometimes and I stick my books in here and will go to do my word searches at restaurants with this. So I love this bag. You can use it for multiple different reasons. It has a slot back here, which is where I have the swatch cards. It also has bins on the side. It's a really nice bag. The shoulder, it can become a backpack strap. I love this bag. I actually want to get another one. So I have the grays. I got the grays set of the Kala. And I don't think that they all came in the same set. They might have. So then I also have the Oaxaca. Friends, I cannot, I lied. I said I only have one chisel. These have a chisel tip too. This is not the soft chisel. And the other end of these is the fine point. So these both were the first sets of alcohol markers that I got. And I didn't know I was going to like alcohol markers so much. I really like these, the way that they feel in the hand. This way of doing it is so much better than having to try to pull that off. Sometimes I just can't get it off. I have to have my husband get it off. If you're just, and I did get these on, I got these before Prime Day. I've had these the longest. And would I get them again? They were so inexpensive. So yes, I would go for the soft chisel and the brush if it was me. If I was starting over, I would not get this brand, this type, because I just had a really hard time opening it. So that is this set. There are two different sets, either 2 or 3 different sets. I don't know how many, friends. We have the Mecca of alcohol markers. The 320 set of Honolulu B. I absolutely love these. First, the design of them is much better. I can get this off so much easier. It has the brush tip on one side and the fine on the other. They did not offer at the time when I bought these the soft chisel side nib on the one side and the brush. I absolutely would have gotten that without a doubt, but they didn't have it. So I love these alcohol markers. Interestingly, I did have some Copics. I bought a couple and I returned them. I didn't like them. They seemed dried out to me. These do everything that I need an alcohol marker to do. I sorted them by color. I love working with them. I do feel if you're going to get into the realm of alcohol markers, the more the better, even more so than with colored pencil. Because what I have found is with the first sets, I was getting frustrated because I didn't have enough colors to make the whatever vibe I was aspiring for, and it was frustrating for me. Now I have every color I could possibly want. I love love, love this set of alcohol markers. Next up is the Caran d'Ache Neo Color 2s. Interestingly, I bought a smaller set of these and tried them out, and it didn't work because I wasn't using them correctly and I hated them. And so I said, I don't want Neo Color 2s. Then I watched more videos and said, Tara, stretch your mind. Believe, and you can achieve. And so I bought the full set. We haven't just met yet, friends, right? So the full set is stunning. You can see the colors. Well, first of all, I've used these a lot and I've hardly used them. These are very luxurious. I absolutely love them now that I understand how to use them. They are vibrant. I'm planning on doing a background in one of Hannah Carlson's books. Portraits. I want to do the background in Neo Color 2s. I haven't tried water in her books yet. I was going to go for the soft pastels because I love soft pastels, but I said, let me go for the Neo Color 2s. I want to try something different. These are so luxurious. They blend really well. They're so highly pigmented. I can't say enough good things about it. I have tried experimenting, and I showed this in the Tombow video, with taking color directly from here and applying it. I really like doing it that way too. I love these. What can you say? They're expensive. Yes. Are they worth it? I feel they are. There's other water mediums I would like to try that I've never tried, just such as the Derwent Inktense or the Albrecht Duros. Can I not pronounce things? No. Watercolor pencils, because I've heard good things about those. But I want to challenge myself to use these even more. I like the crayonness. I like how they go on quickly. And the vivid color. So highly, highly recommend getting these. If you have them on your wish list, send it out to your friends. I'm very glad I have these. What is your favorite supply I showed you today? Do you have any of these? Do you think that I am crazy? It's okay if you do. I'm sure I'm going to have more hauls because of Black Friday specials, stuff that's on my wish list. What are some things you're interested in getting? Do you have any favorite art supplies you have not seen me use that you think I should consider? I would love to learn from you. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you made it to this point in the video, would you put a marker or a pen emoji in the comments to let me know that you're still here? Thanks so much for spending time with me today. I hope you enjoyed a glimpse inside of my home. Oh, I did want to show you. Hang on. I'm sorry for the lighting. It's probably going to be a little bit dark in here. So this is one of my paintings that I made. I drew this digitally on my tablet and had it printed. It is actually on metal. It's going to be really hard to see. It's on metal. I got this framed. It is just absolutely beautiful. It almost looks like light. It's reflecting off of there. That's both of my grandsons. This is months ago because he was just an itty bitty baby. He was a few days old and now he's 8 months old today. And so I thought you might enjoy seeing that. I have other works, but I don't have them right here, or I already sold them. I hope you enjoyed spending time with me today. I love you guys. Happy coloring, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.